The warning echoed through the bridge of the HFY warship as Commander Zixtal reviewed the intelligence reports. His four eyes narrowed as he studied the holographic displays showing the small blue planet in the outer rim of the galaxy. "Sir," his tactical officer hissed through mandibles, "the Velthari High Command insists these humans are primitive. Their technology is centuries behind ours." Zixtal's claws tapped against the command console. He had served in the Galactic Enforcement Fleet for over 3 decades, conquering dozens of worlds. But something about the intercepted transmission from a Velthari scout ship troubled him deeply. "Do not engage the humans in prolonged conflict. They adapt too quickly. They learn from every defeat. Most importantly, they never surrender, even when logic dictates they should." The message had cost the scout his life. The Velthari had executed him for defeatist propaganda and undermining military morale. Now the Armada was 3 days out from Earth, and Zixtal couldn't shake his unease. On the surface of Earth, Jack Morrison wiped sweat from his brow as he finished welding the last support beam into place. The orbital defense platform was humanity's desperate answer to the incoming alien fleet. Around him, engineers and soldiers worked with the kind of focused intensity that only came from knowing extinction was imminent. "Jack!" Daisy Chen called out, her voice carrying across the construction site. She floated toward him in her EVA suit, her tablet displaying real-time updates from the defense network. "The aliens just dropped out of hyperspace. Estimated arrival 18 hours. Jack nodded grimly. 18 hours to finish what should have taken 18 months. But that was humanity's way, doing the impossible when everything depended on it. "How many platforms are operational?" he asked, securing his tools. 43 out of the planned 200, Daisy replied. "But each one packs enough firepower to level a city." Jack smiled despite the circumstances. "Then we make every shot count." Across the solar system, similar scenes played out. On Mars, colonists had converted mining equipment into makeshift artillery. The asteroid belt miners had rigged their ships with nuclear charges, preparing for suicide runs. Even the research stations around Jupiter had been turned into weapon platforms. Humanity had learned something the galaxy's other species hadn't. When faced with extinction, they didn't calculate odds. They defied them. The HFY fleet emerged from hyperspace in perfect formation, their sleek ships bristling with energy weapons that could glass planets. Commander Zixtal expected to see a primitive world cowering before superior firepower. Instead, his sensors detected thousands of small craft launching from Earth, Mars, and the outer colonies. Ancient chemical rockets retrofitted with military payloads, civilian ships with welded-on weapon systems, mining vessels loaded with explosives. "Sir," his weapons officer reported, "they're not retreating. They're advancing?" Zixtal watched in disbelief as wave after wave of human ships charged straight at his fleet. His tactical computer calculated a 97.3% probability of human defeat, yet they came anyway. The first exchange of fire lit up space with brilliant flashes. The aliens' superior technology carved through human ships like they were made of paper, but for every ship destroyed, 2 more took its place, and the humans were learning. Jack watched from the command center as the defense platforms opened fire. The first salvo missed the alien ships entirely. Their targeting systems weren't designed for such advanced targets. But Daisy was already uploading modifications based on the missed data. "Adjusting targeting algorithms," she announced, compensating for their maneuverability patterns. The second salvo found its mark. 3 alien ships exploded in brilliant fireballs. "They're adapting too quickly," Zixtal muttered, watching his tactical display with growing concern. Every human defeat taught them something new. Their crude weapons were becoming more accurate with each exchange. But what truly unnerved him was their behavior. Any rational species would have retreated by now. The humans had lost over half their fleet, yet the survivors pressed their attack with even greater ferocity. A damaged human mining ship, its hull breached and atmosphere venting, rammed itself into one of his cruisers. The explosion took out both vessels. "Captain," his communications officer reported, "we're receiving a transmission from the human command." The holographic image of an elderly human male appeared on the bridge. His uniform was scorched and blood trickled from a head wound, but his eyes burned with defiant fire. "This is Admiral Harrison of Earth Defense Command," the human said. "You came here expecting us to surrender. But you don't understand us at all. We've been fighting each other for 10,000 years. We've survived ice ages, plagues, and world wars. We've crawled out of caves and reached for the stars. You think your superior technology scares us? You think casualties will break our will? The Admiral's image leaned forward. We will bleed. We will die, but we will never surrender. And with every drop of blood we shed, we'll learn how to spill yours. The transmission ended, and seconds later, Admiral Harrison's ship exploded as it collided with a Kethvar destroyer. Zixtal realized with growing horror that the scout had been right. The humans weren't just fighting, they were evolving in real time. Their tactics improved with each passing hour. Their weapons became deadlier. Their resolve only strengthened with each loss. As the battle raged on, Daisy coordinated the remaining defense platforms while Jack led repair crews under heavy fire. Neither spoke of the odds. Neither calculated their chances of survival. They simply fought because that's what humans did. The Kethvar fleet, despite their technological superiority, found themselves in an increasingly desperate situation. The humans had turned every piece of orbital debris into a weapon. Even their destroyed ships continued to fight, their automated systems seeking targets. When the alien retreat finally came, Zixtal's fleet was reduced by half. The humans had lost 90% of their forces, but the survivors still pursued the retreating aliens, harrying them all the way to the edge of the system. In the aftermath, as rescue crews searched the wreckage, Jack and Daisy floated among the debris of the defense platform they'd helped build. It had been destroyed hours ago, but they'd kept fighting from an escape pod. Think they'll be back? Daisy asked, watching the alien ships disappear into hyperspace. Jack smiled grimly, already planning the next phase of Earth's defenses. If they are, we'll be ready. Across the galaxy, the Velthari High Command received Zixtal's report in stunned silence. The warning that had cost a scout his life was now official policy. Do not attack the humans. They will bleed, but they will never surrender. And in that refusal to yield, humanity had found their greatest weapon.